I woke up in the middle of the night sweating again. I barely had enough time to catch my breath before the phone began to ring. It was my parents. They told me that they were going to be staying at a hotel 20 minutes away tonight after their month-long vacation. They warned me not to go into the basement once again. I never understood why they wanted me to stay out of there, or why they felt the need to remind me. I've never been down there, and honestly, I never wanted to go down there. I hang up, and then I hear it. A scratching sound at my window. My blood runs cold as I realize that I'm on the 19th floor. I approach the window slowly, the noise seemingly getting faster and faster with each footstep. I rip away the curtains and see it. A pigeon. I chuckle. I can't believe I let something so stupid scare me. I turn around and there just behind me is a man covered entirely in blood. I fall backwards onto my bed, but he just stares at me, unblinking. His eyes are bulbous and bloodshot, the blood almost coating his face entirely. Just then, the pigeon taps the window, and the man bolts past me and jumps through the window. I rush to it and look out, only to see nothing there. This was pretty off-putting, but it's nothing too out of the ordinary. After all, this is Chicago. I lay back down in my bed and close my eyes, but as I'm just about to fall asleep, my TV suddenly flickers to life. I rub my eyes and focus on the image of my 1996 Philips Magnavox box television. It starts playing an episode of South Park. This is strange, but I love South Park, so I sit in my recliner that I had in my bedroom and get comfortable. The episode is Scott Tenorman Must Die, one of my all-time favorites. It starts off normally with just a few parts of screen tearing here and there, which is normal because this is the 90s and stuff just acts a little quirky sometimes. But then I realize my name is Scott, and when I realize this, Cartman looks directly into the camera, and in a deep, gargled voice he says,
"You're going to die, Scott, in real life."
I freak out and rip my TV's cord from the outlet, and I sit back down in my gamer chair. As I sit in the newly formed darkness, I feel eyes drilling into the back of my skull. I snap my head around to see my Omega 1 pop vinyl figure on my bed. Even in the pitch black, I can see blood dripping from its eyes onto my bed. I can only think of how super scared I was of what was happening right in front of me. I ran out of my room and trip over my Cyber Pegasus Beyblade, which leads me careening down 19 flights of stairs. As I get to the bottom, I notice the neighbor kid outside being a neighbor. I get up and dust myself off, and then I look out to the tree line. I live in the middle of nowhere, so I have a tree line that circles my entire house. There isn't even a driveway. It's dark. The kind of darkness that makes you sick. I begin to get nauseous at the thought of all this dark. When all of a sudden, I hear it. My childhood dog is sitting in front of me. I almost leap up to hug my best buddy when I realize I never had a dog. The dog smiles.jpg at me and sends me a Snapchat of a guy smiling ear to ear, very eerily. I can't take this. I close my eyes and leave my phone as I run into the woods, holding back my tears. I run as far as my little emo legs can carry me, and I collapse in a cool way. My eyes open slightly, and standing above me is Jeff the Slender Rake and his proxy 14-year-old girl OC. I scream as they begin to play a jailbroken N64 with a haunted copy of Pokemon Snap. I run back to my house, past the dog who's now painted like a clown, and past my neighbor who tries to sell me a CD-ROM. I slam the door behind me as I get inside, but I still hear all the super scary monsters right behind the door trying to get in. I break for the basement and lock myself inside. It's quiet. So quiet I can hear my own heartbeat. I creep down further into the darkness from the stairs until my feet hit the hard cement. I scan for a light switch until my fingers flick on the light. There, in the middle of the room, were my parents, who were dead, with hyper-realistic blood all over them, and a broken cell phone on the ground. And they were me. And I wrote this as a curse, and now you're going to die too. Police report. The victim was found dead.